What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of Excuse Our Banter. We're out here chugging along like usual. I am one of two amazing hosts. Call me Donald or G, whichever it may be. I am chilling with the one and only
Sami. Yes, your boy.
And we have an amazing episode for you guys today. I'm excited. All right. How was your week?
Shit's hot out here, dude. That's what I'm saying. Number one, shit's hot. I'm sweltering. I've never been in a place where it's reached this temperature. It's 40 degrees outside.
And this is the UK, right?
Yeah, I'm sure like people are used to like that kind of temperature in Asia and stuff like that, in Africa, right? But holy shit, man, I can't do it. I could barely sit down. I was just like fidgeting all the bloody time.
What is the temp over there right now?
Right now it's probably like down to 30 and it's nighttime, so like it's kind of crazy. But in the day, like I think around 3 to 5 o'clock, it was like 40. It reached 41 from what I gathered. According to my car, at least it reached 41 degrees. I went back into my car, and I have a phone now.
105?
41 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in
So Fahrenheit, that's 105.8. It's getting in the hundreds over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're Celsius, we're Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
You gotta be in the okay. Does it normally get that hot? Like, okay, last year, how hot was it last year? What was your peak last year?
I think it was like 33, 35, something along those lines. It was still record breaking that year too.
Oh, in 95, that's not bad. 90, 95, but 105. The jump from a lot of people might think 95 to 105, it's only 10, but you feel that difference.
Bro, I'm telling you, okay, so I work in an office, right? And you go from 22 degrees, which is so cool, so nice. I feel good. I'm breathing nice. And I work in like a place where it's like kind of like a workshop as well on the outside. So I walked outside towards the workshop area, and I just felt I couldn't breathe. The air was just so thick. It's so heavy and so like muggy.
Muggy.
Yeah, it did not make you feel good. It just felt horrid.
So wait, so it's like humid over there?
Yeah, humid.
That's worse. Like, in 105?
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
so
sorry
I'll tell you
for
the thing,
guys.
right? Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about the UK and why it's so hot compared. Like, people be like, "Oh, 40, we get that in Australia." You guys are so dumb. Like that's not how America. That's not how Australia sound.
You guys so dumb.
That's not even America, to be honest.
Yeah, continue.
You guys are so dumb out down there.
He's dumb right now.
It's more, yeah. But what I'm saying is that it's the humidity from, there's no wind, there's no like breeze, there's no wind, there's no breeze, there's no like in our homes, right? It's all brick, so it's not like we try to use materials to keep us warm rather than like machines. So in the winter it gets cold, so we want to have our houses warm, so we made them out of brick and insulation and all that shit, while some American houses are like wood and stuff. So brick keeps temperature and thermal like temperature in quite well.
It's like an oven.
So
oven.
We're baking in here. There's no release. Our windows are double glazed. Everything is just, it's just made for the winter. So now we got to account for the summer. So like we only have fans. We don't have air conditioning units. Not everyone does. I mean, some people might, but not everyone does.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's what I was going to ask you. So do you guys not have an AC? Or is that like not a normal thing for you guys to have an AC over there?
No, dude. You know what? I literally just bought I don't know what you call it, but like a fan that has water in it. And
I know what you're talking about. You can buy those on Amazon.
Yeah,
it like chills the water and it's pretty good.
I bought one of those, right? You got to manually fill it up with cold water or whatever. Still, I use those and it works wonders, but AC units are like the go-to. You need those. Almost every American house I've ever seen, like, they have it hanging out of their window most of the time. Like, we don't have those. We don't have that. Fucking guys are.
It's portable. Yeah, it's portable ones.
Yeah, but they're quite expensive. Especially now during the heat wave. God, almighty.
Man.
You're not gonna find them now.
So how long is this heat wave supposed to last?
I think tomorrow is going to be another heavy one. I'm not sure about the following days. I'm pretty sure it's going to be hot, but I think tomorrow is going to be the hottest day which is 43 degrees. I don't know if you want to like do a little conversion.
Yeah, I have it up. So 43 is gonna be 43 is 109.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my, yeah. Over here, bro, we're like the highest today is 83. I think the highest we've reached is like maybe 95 over here in Vancouver, Washington.
At least you get like wind and rain and some shit. But like, we are not getting any of that.
Bro, you guys are gonna dry heat. I can handle dry heat, but when it turns like muggy, because I was born down south, so humidity, muggy. Man, you walk outside and you just feel like you're drenched. Like you just have this like weight on your shoulders. Like you take the worst part about humidity or muggy is taking a warm shower, getting out and still feeling wet after you dry off.
I know, literally, that's how I felt. I took a shower and I was like, man, I feel like, I don't know if it's I'm still wet or I'm still sweating. Like, what is going on? I had that feeling going on. But another thing was, right, is, man, as men in our private regions, it gets warm, bro. It gets warm, especially because my job, I have to sit down and walk around sometimes, right? Sometimes I'm sitting, sometimes I'm walking to like cars and shit, bro.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I needed to take a break to the toilet and just like kind of like cool down is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I had to cool down, bro.
This man was overheating.
Bro, I had to get a bottle of water. I had to, water the plants, I had to. There's nothing else to do.
I've never had to do that, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, it gets to a point where it's on fire, and that's how I felt, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the humidity, walking and sweating, and it's not great. And also, I don't want to get like fucking rashes or anything. So it goes without saying, like a lot of people get skin reactions on their arms and stuff, on their face. You don't want that. So make sure you're cooling down all the time. So I recommend that to anyone. And I know people have gone out, probably have died, but like the government did warn us. They said like, "Yo, you should probably stay inside."
And people said, "Nope, this is." Yep.
And guess what they do, buddy? They go out. And
yeah, you guys have recorded more than 1,000 people on the continent have died from some sort of heat stroke.
It's so stupid. Like, these guys can stay inside. Just make sure you're like cooling down. But obviously, some people can't help it, right? They have to go out. But come on, you guys gotta get some water at least somewhere. It's really bad, and it's only gonna get worse tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're cool.
And do you guys have any wildfires happening right now? I know they're on the lookout over there in UK for those right now.
So probably, I'm suspecting maybe, but like where I live in London, there's not a lot of forests, so we're not gonna have a lot of wildfires here.
Yeah,
or at least any fires that would affect myself personally. But probably like in the northern, southern, eastern regions that are outside of London, probably.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. So London's 40, Norwich is 38, Birmingham 37, and then all the way to the north you got Lerwick, which is 17. They're chilling over there.
Yeah, they're chilling because they're further north, cold.
Yeah,
wow. It is blazing. It's not something for the faint of heart.
Oh no, because you know what happens is a lot of people, especially in places, continents or countries that aren't used to the heat, they don't know how to handle it, and they have no idea what the cues are for their body. They're just like, I'm sweating like anybody else. That's why a lot of people over here in the Northwest, people die of heat stroke too. Every summer, same thing. Guys, stay hydrated, drink water. And people over here, we got rivers. We have, like, it is beautiful in the Northwest. West Coast, best coast. I'll say that today I die. But man, we have anything you would do, outdoor sports, rivers, lakes, we got it out here. So a lot of people go out to the water, or they'll go out to tubing for the first time, and they'll drink beer. And beer obviously dehydrates you. So you're drinking, you're drunk. You can't, your body's numb. You don't know what's happening. And you've been out on this lake for like 5-6 hours sweating. I mean, your body is already derived of all the hydration, and then next thing you know, you pass out on your tube. It's crazy. And then people drown that way. And yeah, and I can tell that's going on in the UK because people are like, oh, it's hot. This is beautiful. And there are some people that love the heat, and I will never understand it.
I look, at the end of the day, right? You gotta stay safe, and people still go to the beach. Like at this extreme heat, people do go to the beach. They'll do their barbecues in with fire. You know, they would do all of that. They'll put the fire on. They'll put their barbie on. They will do everything. But it's blimmin' hot anyway. Why would you do that? You don't. You should do it on like a nice temperate day where it's like 20s or 30s, right? But like on a 40, you're doing a barbecue. It's like straight fire in your face, the heat in your face, the sun's in your eyes.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
I'm looking at.
Wear some UV protection. Get some sunscreen on you. You need it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't wear sunscreen in general. So yeah, the chemical sunscreen, physical sunscreen, and a hat helps a lot. Hat, shades. I mean, if you can, I guess, long sleeves, light long sleeves. You do need to protect your body from the sun. People are out here just butt naked, frolicking out on the beaches. I'm looking at a picture. It shows thousands of people on what is it, Brenton Beach in East Sussex.
Yeah. They're going to the beach.
Oh,
they're still going.
Man.
I gotta tell you though, so people who think, you know, it's a good idea to just run around in the sun with no protection, I gotta say, you know, the sun and the UV rays, they affect your skin, and they age you pretty freaking hard. They age you pretty hard. So if you don't want to look like, you know, someone in their 40s when you're in your bloody 20s, you don't want to do that, dude. You don't want to do that. So make sure you wear sunscreen. That's all I'm saying.
A lot of people didn't grow up wearing sunscreen. A lot of people are just like, sunscreen. I don't need to wear that, right? I'm wearing a hat, I'm wearing a shirt. No, you need to wear some type of physical or chemical sunscreen because, like Sam said, your skin will thank you or will hate you when you're 25, 30s. Out here looking like you're 60 in your 30s. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. That's not only embarrassing. You would be upset.
You would be pissed.
I still get ID for stuff, you know? I still get ID for stuff, so
okay,
you know,
small flex. Okay, small flex.
Small flex.
Okay.
You know, over here we have energy drinks that we need to be 16 for. You know, energy drinks like Red Bull and stuff.
Wait, you guys have an age limit for energy drinks?
Yeah, you gotta be 16.
Nah, bro. Out here we're just chugging them at 10, chugging them at 5, bro. Right out the womb, just rock star.
So, you know, I don't get ID'd for those, but I get ID'd for drinks, for example. But you know, if you look over 25, they kind of like question you, like, hey, show me your ID, etc.
Hey. Yeah.
Small flex, but hey.
Small flex, okay, small flex. I dig it.
Enough
all
about
right,
the bloody weather. It's so hot.
Yeah, bro. But I hope you survive the heat, man.
What about
if you over here, the weather or just in general?
Just in general. For me, it's just been all about the heat. But for you, at least something going on with you.
It got hot a little bit, but I mean, I've been hitting the gym regularly, and it feels good. I've been going at with my work schedule. I've been going at like midnight, so I get done at around like 12, and I get go to the gym late at night, which is not bad. Sometimes I'm like dead tired, but I go anyway, and it's nice. Nobody stays. Like a few of us stay, the same people, 4 or 5 of us, and it's pretty chill. I've been doing that, but I will tell you, bro. A while ago, when everybody, like, I know, like, there's people out there that are like, oh man, I've been hitting the gym for like 5-6 years, and I go every day. Bro, props to you. But life happens, relationships, jobs, and you kind of fall off the bandwagon. But there's no better feeling than going to the gym and just being physically fit, right?
Yes. 100%.
Obviously, there's the benefits of looking in the mirror. You're like, ooh, okay, look at me go. Okay, your shirts fit better, they fit tighter. You can actually see the form of your shirts. It feels good. But let me tell you one thing: when you finally get back in the gym, that first couple days, and people know what I'm talking about. When you do your arms or your tries or your chest, mainly your arms. I remember months ago when I got back into it, I did my arms, bro. I will tell you, I want to say, so the day after, it doesn't really hit you. You're just like, oh, okay, I'm a little sore, whatever. The next day, I woke up and I felt like a T-Rex. And when I say a T-Rex is, bro, I could not extend my arms.
You got muscle strain.
Yes, I could not extend my arms, bro. And I remember laying in the bed and wondering, how am I going to get up? So I'm doing this like roll. You kind of like roll your body back and forth because I can't use my arms and it hurts. So that whole day, and I drive for a living. So the whole day, which wasn't bad, but the whole day was just like, Oh my god, pickings like if I drop something, yeah, I'll grab it next week.
Oh yeah.
If I drop it on the floor, I will literally have to get down on my knees and grab it. It was bad, man. It was bad, but it's worth it. But I would say that hurt. But currently, man, I'm going to the gym. That's kind of like, so I've been adding that to my regimen, working on some side projects. Oh, I've been I don't want to divulge too much, but I've been going around to a couple people on Twitter that I know and that I'm acquaintances and friends and whatnot, and asking some very deep rabbit hole questions about life. So I am just building a little project together. I'm gonna keep it at that. I don't want to divulge too much, but yeah, I've been doing that, having some good conversations and whatnot. But that's been my week, man. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. So
I gotta say, or like I haven't been gymming a while, but when I used to go a little bit hard at it, I agree with you. When I used to do my arms and I used to strain them, oh mate, it was the worst feeling. Just extending your arm, just pulling that little part right there, the strain off.
It hurts. Cause no, continue.
I was gonna say, but the feeling that you get when you're in the gym and you're smacking out, you're like, yes, god damn. But have you ever been like, you've had a long break and you go back in and your arms you lose all your strength? Like I used to be able to, like, for example, I used to do like barbells, right? Pull-ups and not barbell pull-ups, right? It's called preaching bar curls, I guess. I don't know. I forgot the name. Yeah. I'm really stupid with this shit. Right? Just preaching bar curls. I used to do those, right? And I'm not the strongest man in the world. I used to do a nice humble 30 kilos, right? That's including the bar weight as well. So 30 kilos, not so bad. And I could do that, 10 reps 5 times.
Yeah.
Cool. I go back to the gym. I can't do that no more. I'm like struggling. I'm like, yo, dude, can I remove some of the weight? Remove like about 5 kilos. Like, okay, let's try again. 25. I can do this. I can't do it.
Nope.
I can't do it. I went down again. I went down to 15 until I was able to do it. You just lose your strength.
The thing is, a lot of people don't want to go back to the gym because they're so self-conscious. Like, you do take a hit to your ego. You're like, all right, I'm used to lifting this heavy. I go to the gym. I can't lift anything close. It's normal. When you don't go to the gym and exercise the muscles and keep that body right and tight, you will lose strength. But it'll come back. It comes back pretty quick. When it comes back, it stays. You guys got to eat right and all that stuff. Track your calories, your macros, all that cool stuff.
I gotta stop, man. I really do. But that's a story for another day. But I definitely gotta get back into that regimen again. I do miss going to the gym and stuff and being strong.
Hey, do it, man.
You feel it adds in your day to day.
Oh yeah, 100%. And and I mean, it adds to the quality of life. And you will definitely notice. And I've been doing a little research. I go down some wood rabbit holes, but people do treat people that are physically fit different than people that are not. So 100%. That's not saying like, oh, someone's out here and like, oh, this person's head over heels way better than you. But people will treat you differently.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's like night and day.
It's like beautiful people. People treat beautiful people different to like uglier people.
100%.
And I feel like beauty is mainly like, you're fit and you're healthy, your body shape is good, you're working out. That is beauty to some people, and it is a saying. It is true. People will treat you better if you are, generally, fitter and healthier.
Yeah.
I mean, for beauty as well.
I mean, for one, it kind of like, shows someone's committed and they're down for long-term things and they're consistent and they're driven. Obviously, fitness goes in that. You have to stay consistent. Yeah. And at the end of it, I mean, it looks good. I mean, you can't tell me, you walk up to a person that's physically fit and you're just not like, damn, okay, I see you. Whether it's a guy or whether it's a girl, it looks good on everybody.
100%.
And I've noticed, especially on TikTok, and I know this has always been a thing. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's out of the blue." A lot of girls are lifting now. I mean, girls have been lifting since a long time ago, but it's becoming very popular.
Yeah,
and I mean, you see it on TikTok, lifting, bro.
Yeah, you into that?
I'm saying, bro, like, there's nothing sexier than a girl that lifts, man.
Bro, you go into the gym, you say,
fit, bro. Nah, when I go to the gym, I definitely put my hat on, keep my head down, and just mind my business, because right place,
But from the corner of your eye, you see someone like, doing them things, and you're like, damn, I respect you. Not like
I respect you. We're human. We have eyes. We look around the gym. There are some girls in there. They're like, okay, I see you, but I mind my own business. Go to the lift, leave to lift. So yeah. But let's move on. We'll talk about this all day. There is something we're going to talk about, and I know we promised it 2 episodes ago, and I know people are like, yo, Sammy, Donald, just want to talk about this. Yeah, so there was a tweet. Let me refresh you guys' memory. There was a tweet this was a long time ago. There was a tweet tweeted by somebody that says, hey, I'm gonna be busy today. Then no reply for hours. And that struck a chord with me. And I replied, I said, if they can't wrap their head around basic communication, then they aren't worth your energy. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I got like 208 likes and 28 retweets. no big small flex. Small flex, yeah. But but that kind of blew up, and it's dope to see people kind of I guess resonate or draw parallels to that. Because bro, that has always been one of my pet peeves. Is if you start a conversation with me and you text me, whether you're a guy or a girl, you ask for my number, I give you my number, or you're just a friend or someone in general, if you start a conversation with me, if you initiate with me and you reply, I reply, and then you go Call of Duty Ghost Dark on me for like a day, 2 days, and I'm just like, what? I don't want to say it's my pet. I do not like it. Look, I do not like it.
The long and short of it, right, is if you could tell someone, hey, I want to be a bit busy today, I might not be there. So, don't expect fast replies. That's a really, really good thing to say when you're a shit texter. I am a bad texter. Notorious, right? But for the people I care about, I will make that effort. So, if I say something now, so if I say, hey, you want to hang out today, and then you you leave me on red, you leave me, and then you finally respond when it's time, and you say, whoops, nah. I kind of like, if it was a concert, I would have wasted my ticket on you, because I saved it.
Yeah, ticket and time. Yeah,
if
money
it
and
was
energy
like
and time.
A movie, like that movie would have been gone by now. If it was like anything, like that, it's gone. I'm reserving that spot, for example, like hanging out, whatever. I'm reserving that spot for you. You're special to me. But you need to talk to me, man. You got to tell me you ain't coming.
Oh, 100%. And the thing is, and I know for a fact, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a bad texter, like you said, but you also said something following up. You said, but if I want to conversate with you, I will put my energy towards you and I'll make an effort. And I stand by this to the day I die. If somebody wants to, they will. So me, myself, and I, some people might call this cold or callous. If I have friends, like I have long lasting friendships, childhood friendships, or strong friendships that, we understand, like, we're busy. I'm busy. Everybody's busy. You text, I'll text you a couple hours later, but we're on that wavelength, right? But it's always when you first meet somebody, like a girl, right? And this is notorious. I'll say you girls are notorious for this. They'll be like, I'm a horrible texter. When you tell me you're a horrible texter, we're not talking. Because you might be sitting there thinking, Donald, what are you talking about? Gee, what are you talking about? Give it a chance. No, if you tell me you're a bad texter and the only way we communicate is not smoke signals, right? This is not old school. We're not using a torch along with a mirror to send SOS signals.
A bottle in the water.
We're literally texting. That's how you get to know people. Unless you want to call me on the phone, which I don't mind conversations, but I'm busy. But at the same time is if you ask for my number and you initiate and we start to text and you go ghost, right? That stands for friendship, a new friendship. That stands for a new relationship. That stands for new friends with benefits. Anything. That is the only way I'm able to communicate throughout the day because I'm busy just like anybody else. So if you say I'm a bad texter, sorry about that. All right, cool. I just literally say, all right, cool. No worries. Nice meeting you. That's it.
That's so cool, but it's so good. Because you're like,
wrong?
You have your, you're a man. You know what you want. You know exactly what you need. And that's the beauty of it, is that you know what you need. You're not the bad guy here. You're the good guy because you know what you want, and you're saying, I'm not getting that from you. I'm not getting what I want from you. So I'm saying, ta-da, bye-bye, see you later.
Yes, sayonara, yeah. And I do like and the replies were actually really, really mixed. I mean, there was somebody said you should. They put in quotes that said you should be able to take a hint, and the person replies, no, You should have the decency to respect others people's time, especially if you consider that person a friend. And that is like, you could wrap this up in a bow, send it, put it on the tree for Christmas. That's exactly how a lot of people feel. If you are just a decent person and you respect somebody's time and energy, like Sami said, hey, I'm busy today. I won't be able to text you later tonight, or I'll hit you up in a couple of days. I'm super busy and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. That is literally, and it only takes 2-3 seconds to send that text.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look,
3 seconds.
What is it? What is saying, "Hey, I'll be there in a sec," or "Hey, I can't be there today"? What is that to a human being? That's like what, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. If you got big fingers like me, like what, 30 seconds? Like, come on.
30 seconds.
Saying, all right, I'm busy today. It's simple. It's effective.
Yeah, it's easy.
It lets us know.
Mm-hmm. And that works on both ends of the spectrum. And there's another person that replied, and someone said, to be fair, I only reply when I have the capacity to do so. I know some text end up being a conversation, and I need to have the mindset for that, i.e. the energy. And I get that. Like, some people, there are some days where someone will text me and I'm just tired mentally, and I will just like, hey man, I'll hit you later, or hey, we'll talk about it later. Right? It's not that hard to be like, because think about it this way. A lot of people, and it's weird, some people look at text messages as like a hassle. Oh, someone's texted me. You don't deserve those friends. You don't deserve communication at that point. Think of this as a compliment. Somebody's literally reaching out in their day, whether they're busy or not, to ask you a question, to communicate with you. That is a compliment. And these same exact people are the ones that'll be like, I have no friends. Why is anybody texting me? I wonder why.
Why nobody talk to me anymore?
I see it every day on Twitter. Nobody texts me. My phone's dry. But that same person will be the same person leaving people on read. But I get it, because I know this goes from so many ends of the spectrum. Whether it's dating or you're interested in someone, right? I've had it happen. You text someone, you get to know them. You're like, you know what? This person's not what I thought they was. Because whether you like it or not, in your head, when you meet someone, everybody has an image of who that person is. You make up this weird fairy tale in your head of who that person is, physically, emotionally, sexually, right? Sometimes people don't. Oh, could you go?
Sorry, carry on. Sorry, my bad.
No, sometimes people don't match up to that weird fantasy in your head. They're like, this person, they're not boring. They're boring. They're horrible conversation. They're not fun or whatever. Some people will ghost. Okay, let me ask you that. What is your opinion on ghosting somebody? Someone you're romantically, say you meet someone out at the club, guy or girl, and what is your opinion on ghosting someone?
Okay, look, don't get me wrong, right? There is a very valid way and a very valid reason to ghost someone sometimes. Like, in the club, you get a number and you're not feeling that guy. You're like, all right, cool, I'll give him my number and we'll see how he is. But then now he's like buzzing down your phone. He's like constantly texting you and you're leaving him on red. And he's like, yo, where you at? Those guys are creeps. We're talking about normal people, normal conversations, right? So if you're not a creep, okay, ghosting is weird. If you are a creep, ghosting is perfectly okay. So I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Ghosting is weird because if you've had a conversation with this person, they're not weird, they're normal, they just want to hang out, they want to talk. What is 5 minutes to you? Just giving 5 minutes to them. It's nothing. We have 24 hours in a day, and guaranteed you're not using all of those 24 hours. Like, okay, you're gonna sleep for some of them, you're gonna go, I don't know, sit at your desk, or you're gonna just read a book, whatever you do, lay at night, watch TikToks. You can spend some time texting someone, Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not saying like, oh, you have to give your attention to this person that you do not like. If you don't like someone, guys, boundaries, like my biggest thing are boundaries. Yeah. Please set boundaries. If I don't like someone, I would gladly tell them I don't like them. Right?
Exactly.
Now the thing is, for a lot of women, yes, rejection, especially rejecting a guy, can be pretty bad because some guys can't take rejection. But still, I think you owe it to, whether you're a guy or girl, owe it to someone to say, hey man, I'm not feeling you, or hey, I'm not feeling you. And then that's it. If that person continues to blow up, that's their fault. Block them, i.e. move on. But you've done your due diligence and you respected that person's time to say enough, hey, we're not rocking anymore. I don't dig you, right? Simple, easy. It's communication. And I'm a true believer, and some people might agree, some people might disagree. I'm a true believer that the average human being, especially in America, does not know how to communicate. Think about it. In schools, do we grow up in classes about how to communicate your feelings, your emotions, what you want, your wants and needs? We don't. No.
We don't get that at all. Yeah.
It's kind of something. It's a trial and run. You kind of just stumble through life, and you're like, okay, do I talk to her like this? Do I talk to him like that? How do I communicate with my family members? How do I tell someone I'm upset? Am I happy? And a lot of the times, people just will give up and like, you know what? I'm not going to communicate. I'm just going to keep my feelings, how I feel, everything I want to say inside because I don't know how to get it across to people.
Yeah, I agree. And that's like a big thing, right? Is you get those quiet kids because they don't know how, or they don't get like an opportunity to, or someone might shut them down. You know, and hence they will stay quiet and they won't break out of their boundaries. We kind of have to be like welcoming in a way.
Yeah. And me, myself, I'm a conversationalist. I love talking. We're on a podcast. So I love conversating, and there's nothing better, whether it's a guy or girl, come across someone that can literally have an in-depth conversation. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, how's the weather? Oh, it's great. What did you do yesterday? Oh, I did this. And that's your and I've had conversations like that for quite some time, where it's just like the same rinse and repeat. And I no longer talk to those people because it's the same thing over and over.
It's boring.
It's small talk. And I get it. Like, you might want to talk to someone you have nothing to talk about, but pulling the conversation all the time, 24/7, is mind-numbing and exhausting. That's something I will not do. I can do it, but it's tiring.
I'm so good at bouncing off someone else's energy. Like, it is so... I look, personally, I believe if you got good energy, I can bounce off you really well. So if you want to progress it, so if you're driving conversations, like, okay, look, here's a conversation example. Hey, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing good. That's a dead conversation. You don't bounce.
It doesn't go anywhere. It's not an open-ended question. It's just bounce. Literally, it doesn't bounce.
Yeah, it needs to be like, yo, I was good. I literally just went to basketball. I shot some hoop, met some friends. And, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. What about you?
Boom. Look at that reply. It was easy. It was cool. We should have a class. We should have a TED talk about how to just communicate with people. Just how to talk. How to talk to people. Yeah, man. It's mind-boggling. I don't know. I don't get that. But I mean, there's another little segue I wanted to go into, and I know this is a very touchy subject, and I see a lot of people talking about it. It's on TikTok, it's on Twitter, it's all over social media. It's a very I wouldn't even say touchy, but it's a very sensitive topic, and a lot of people are going back and forth in the replies and Reddits and subreddits and stuff. But it goes hand in hand with dating norms, right? And I know me and you talked about this, Sammy, a lot. So
I'll start off with this topic,
how do you feel about it?
I'll say this, right? Let me bring that communication into now the dating scene, right? You're dating someone. Yeah. You don't want to have those conversations like I just had. Hey, how you doing? Good. That's it. You don't want to have those conversations with your significant other. I've had those conversations with my significant other where it's been dead emotion. It's been dead bounce backs. What do you do in that situation? Here's my professional advice. Is that you don't give them the time of day. You do not reciprocate. You do not try. Don't do it. Right? Because naturally, they're going to miss you. Right? And I learned this from you, actually, from advice that you gave one time. It's like, why should you go above and beyond someone who won't do that back to you? So you give them that same energy back. Or not even that energy. You just give them nothing. You don't ask them how the day's doing. Let them ask you. Make them like desire that energy back, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. Right, 100%. Like the energy. Picture like you're like a glass of water, and you pour to people, and you have nobody pouring you. You're bone dry. You got nothing left. No one's pouring to you. So I'm a firm believer, and some people might think this is cold and callous. I will not give my energy or time or attention to anybody who does not do the same to me.
I agree.
So was that. I don't care if you're a girlfriend. I don't care if you're a friend. If I text you and like Sammy said, it's dead, I'm going to take that as a clue as you don't want to talk right now. And we won't be talking. And I might text you the next couple of days. I might wait a few days and text you again. If I get the same reply, we're definitely not talking unless you text me back. And if you don't text me back, then We ain't talking. Have a good life. Simple. It's easy. If you have interest in somebody, whether it's romantically, whether it's just friendship wise, the same rules apply communication. And I get it. A lot of people, oh bro, on TikTok these videos are blowing up, these weird mind games that people are playing with each other. You've seen those, right? Those dating mind games, the shit tests people putting each other through.
Which ones?
Oh man, the ones where like don't text them back in like 2 days, and you wait 5 hours between text messages, and like these weird rules that people are throwing around when it comes to dating. And I'm just like, bro, the result of this is you guys gonna be, you can play these games all you want. It's these games that people are playing is called manipulation 101. That's all it is. You're emotionally manipulating somebody to get what you want. But at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be just rocking by yourself because you're out here just emotionally manipulating someone left and right to get what you want. Just, I don't know why people just can't be straight up. Just straight up with people.
It is a difficult kind of position you put yourself in when you're doing these challenges. Like, it's weird. It's not. You shouldn't do those. It's not you, and that's the biggest thing. Is like it could end up in a bad situation because it's not you. Like, yeah, when you do those things, those are not you. Those are challenges. It's not you. So why bother doing that? Why bother making someone upset when it's not you? You're not doing that. So I'd say ignore those things. They're stupid. But just quickly bouncing back a little bit and saying that, hey, look, you need to be in a situation where your communication is 100%, and it's always 100%. It cannot drop below. And I'll tell you why. Even though you're exhausted, you're tired, you need to give the energy back, because at some point when your person's down, for example, you know, and they just want to talk, and you're not there for them, you know, do you think that person would then reciprocate that for you? You know, it kind of puts doubts in your minds, and you don't really want to be in that situation. It's generally like symbolism of a bad situationship, and you don't want to be in that situation. So remove yourself from that situation unless you can improve it. So that's my advice for that in that regard.
I think the easiest rule to follow is protect your energy. You know, be very select. I'm very selective of who I talk to, who I put my energy to. You know, on my Twitter it says I hate small talk. What do you want? Because I mean, bro, like small talk is nice. Like if you're gonna know someone acquaintance, but if we're just saying the same thing over and over again for the next 5 weeks, and you got nothing to bring to the table to conversate about, all right, you have a good life. Because I'm not pulling this wagon 24/7. Like I love
Sorry, carry on.
No, continue.
I was gonna say I can't tell you how many times I've met new people and it's always been that little small talk. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. That's it. This is like so rubbish.
People, I'm a true believer. People don't know how to communicate.
No, they don't. It's so crazy.
Well, I mean, you got so much to tie into it, and whether people believe it or not, I mean, social media is a prime candidate in why people don't communicate, because people are so used to communicating in bursts, just small little quirks, small little sayings, right? With very little substance, right? But there's nothing I can tell you.
To your dinner, what does it do? You add sauce to your bland ass chicken. What does it do?
Make it that much better.
You get flavor. You get flavorful conversations when you add a little bit of sauce. So do that. Just imagine that everything like a little you know, like a metaphor. You know, you add a bit of sauce to your conversation and
spice up a little bit.
Exactly. This goes for everything, really. Like you add a bit of sauce, improve something. You know, you can always improve in a way, right?
Everything. I mean, life is a journey of improvement. But yeah, like Sami said, add a little sauce. There's nothing I can tell you guys, and I have so many guys that are like, "What? That's possible." There's nothing better than having a just in-depth conversation about life. Whether you're talking about jobs, philosophy, aliens, there's nothing better than sitting down with someone and them giving you their undivided attention and having a full-blown conversation. And some people are like, I don't have time for that. I'm bored. But to me, that right there is what stimulates me. I'm a conversationalist at heart. So if you can rock with me and give me a full-blown conversation, we're good.
I was going to say, what you just said is the pinnacle of what needs to happen. It's not a one-way street. If someone is giving you sauce, you need you need to eat that shit up. Someone's giving you sauce, you gotta eat it up. This is another metaphor, but roll with me on this one. Someone's cooked you some nice saucy chicken.
Okay. Okay.
That conversation is fire, right?
Delicious.
But you're a vegan.
Oh.
You just killed everyone. You just killed the joy out of everything. Why? Why would you do that? You're vegan. No. You gotta be, if you're making your sauce, if you're making your good conversation, the other person has to be willing not only to listen to it, but they have to be a good listener. Listening is a skill. You can hear someone talk about their job and you can be bored. But no, don't do that. Just think about it. Be in their shoes. Try and experience it through them. If they're talking about something so boring, you can make it more fun if you put yourself there. Being a good listener. Put yourself there. What are they talking about? What are they feeling? That's so important in relationships.
Yeah, because obviously what they're talking about, they're passionate about. So they're talking about for a reason. So the least you could do is be interested. Even if you're not, just be like, all right, cool. So what do you mean by this? How's this work? But yeah, I think holding a conversation is a lost art.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will say, oh, well, if somebody really wants to talk to you, they'll talk to you. Yeah, 100%. I'm a firm believer. If somebody really wants to talk to you, they will talk to you, even if they're horrible at conversating. But don't get it twisted. Whether it's guys or girls, who's ever listening, don't get it twisted and think someone's going to sit there and they should pull the whole conversation. Because what's going to happen is you ain't going to be talking to someone for that long.
Yeah. But there is also a time where someone talks too much. And a good example of that is my significant other is such a chatterbox about things that she's passionate about. And that's the thing. You can't be offensive and you can't be, it's not even about offense. It's just about being a great listener, at that point.
Yeah.
She could be talking about whatever political issue is happening. And I'm just like, okay, I don't want to really hear about it. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to hear it.
You just got to listen.
Sometimes she's just decompressing. And in a relationship, you kind of got to take on some of that decompression, right? You got to take it on and you got to listen. You got to be attentive. Be there for the conversation. But if that conversation is not for you, you can drive it somewhere else. You'll be like, oh, so and so got elected. Oh well, but did you hear in XYZ happened? You can drive it. You can kind of flow. That was a bad flow. I'm just saying, but
no, you're good.
You can flow it anywhere else, right? Did you know what that guy did? He did set off fireworks. Blah blah. You can do whatever, right? You can guide it any way you want.
Yeah. I think the root cause for people not willing to have full-blown conversations is two-pronged. Some people don't know how to communicate. The second one is people don't want to be vulnerable. And I get it. People don't want to be vulnerable for the fact that if they're vulnerable, they get rejected. And rejection doesn't feel good to anybody.
Yeah, right? No one listens. So you got to be there.
You got to be there. It is a cycle. If you just shut down and you're like, I'm not having a conversation because I'm in fear of being rejected, I'm just going to send these weird 1-liner, 2-liner text messages and that person better reply back. No, you got to give some effort. And I get it. You have to be vulnerable. You won't get anywhere in life, whether it's a job, career, relationship, friendship, without being vulnerable, without showing some type of, and I also want to say being vulnerable doesn't mean you're weak. People have that really twisted where I'm vulnerable. That means I'm weak. So I'm not going to be vulnerable because I don't want to be hurt. And I get how easy that is. This is getting into a weird therapist session, but yeah, just.
Oh, I get it.
You know what I mean? You have, especially in a relationship. Yeah, especially in a relationship, you have to be vulnerable. If not, you ain't going to get anywhere.
Speaking of being vulnerable and being in a relationship, the thing that is most vulnerable in my relationship sometimes is my wallet.
Cause yep.
But when I go down to when we go on dates,
oh yeah,
I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there enjoying my meal. She got whatever she got, the vegetarian kind, and I got my nice meaty chicken or whatever it is. And I'm sitting there eating, have a good time. I get some more stuff because I'm like, today I got paid. It's a good day. So I get some more stuff. I get a drink or an extra drink, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for dessert. Yummy. I'm full. Had a very good meal. Just on budget. and then you look to the right. You're ready for the bill. You're like,
Here we
waiter,
go.
I'm ready for the bill. Thank you. Great meal. You know, he comes down running with the bill. He's like, yo, tip, please. You're like, yes, a tip for you, good sir. Very good service. I
Good
enjoyed
sir.
my dinner. And
Yeah.
then you look over to your left, and you know, your girlfriend's looking at you. She's like, what about me? And I'm like, what about you? She's like, you're paying for me, right? And I'm like, and now she's put me in a situation where there's a waiter. He's looking at me, and she's looking at her, having that conversation. Now I'm inclined to take my card and just be like, sorry, sir, but I have to pay for both now. And you hear the little sound like, or if you're in America, and this is what I learned, they swipe your fucking card.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the swipe sound, swipe, and then you're like, there goes all my money. And there goes all your happiness for that day. Does that ever happen to you?
All my happiness is sucked out of my day. Yeah, no. You're talking about paying 50-50 or paying 100 on a date or relationship. Oh man, bro, this is all over social media too, man. We're just, what do I believe? Man, I think it depends. There's so many variables. When you first meet somebody, right? And it can go either way. When you first meet somebody, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I look at people like books, and I love reading people. I love getting to know people, right? So if I can kind of read that you're a genuine person and they're there to, you know, rock with me and learn who I am, I have no problem paying. But if you're a shallow person, all you're there is for the date, you're definitely paying. It's I know some people are like, no, I will never pay on the first date. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to pay on the first date. There's no one saying you do. But I think it's all about who you're rocking with at that time. You know,
it's
the
being
vibe.
gentlemanly as well. If you have a gentle woman, you are a gentleman.
Exactly.
You got to repay the favor, and it's for a gentleman to be a gentleman, he has to pay, and that is the unfortunate way, but that is a thing you can do. The woman will treat you in other ways later on in the day, but but what I'm saying is basically in a first date, it is a bit of a stretch to say that you always pay. So I agree with you when you say that there is certain situations where you would pay.
Yeah.
But me personally, it wouldn't be the first one. It wouldn't. It would probably be the second one, most likely.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm right there with you. I would not if we're having if I'm vibing and we're having a good time, yeah. But if it's like pulling teeth and this is like a borderline just, you know, boring date, and whether people like what I'm saying or not, there are girls and guys out there that will literally just go on dates for free food.
Oh, 100%.
Literally
100%.
for free. And I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, you will never catch me slipping like that. So no, I can read a person pretty well. So if we're vibing and we're rocking, yeah, I might pay. Right? But if that person's genuinely out to rock with you, you not paying or you paying should not be a deciding factor if they continue to talk to you. Because that's money, monetary. We all have jobs, we all work. That's the basic necessity of life. That is basic. And we all work. I hope we all work. Right? So if you not paying.
Oh, sorry, carry on.
So I'm saying, so if you not paying for a date is a deal breaker, if you're not shelling out something monetarily, some money for a date, and that person says, well, I'm out, hey, you just dodged a bullet.
But
I'm a firm believer of that.
Even if that is the case, right? Even if it is like, okay, look, you had a bad date, right? Your saving grace is your mental, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying, right? Fair enough. You bought your own food, you're paying for it. And if my mindset on the first date is to be like, okay, I'm paying. I'm not paying, regardless if she's amazing or she's horrible. I'm not paying. You will be saved, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't just lose just there. You can do more things. It doesn't have to end at the dinner. It could be you pay for something else. You pay for an experience. You go to the cinema. You could do that. You can suggest it. If it was, for example, if it was a first date and it was a bad date, right? You don't have to do anything after. You can just be like, okay, it was a bad one. She paid for her own self. I paid for my own self. Luckily, I didn't lose anything. I just gained food right? Great.
Yeah.
And you kind of mess her off, right? You tell her go away.
Mhm.
Rubbish. If it was a good one, you still don't
Yeah.
pay. 50-50 split, right? She should. Okay, this is the thing. Although it's a norm, it shouldn't be a norm. It should be, you deserve good things because you are deserving of good things.
Exactly. You deserve a lot. Some people are self-entitled.
Yeah, and it won't happen on the first occasion. Sometimes, right? So you as a man, right? You will then do, maybe, like I said, it could be a cinema. It could be like anything else. You can extend the date, make it better, pay for something else. It doesn't have to end there. It could be like you pay for ice creams afterwards. It's simple as that. It doesn't have to be, you monetarily giving someone satisfaction just because you don't know, really. Even if you do have a good date, you don't know what happens after that.
Right, and that is the weirdest concept when you sit back and think about it. And I'm just talking like from the outside of the club looking in. You just met somebody. You might be talking to them, texting them, hitting them up over Tinder, Reddit, wherever you find them, Facebook, and you don't know this person. You do not know this person because everybody puts on a mask. Everybody puts on that first date mask. I met you. I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm showering you with compliments. I'm making you cheese. I'm making you blush. Everything's going dope. But you meet that person for the first time, I don't think anybody's entitled to getting their dinner paid for. I think the base. I'll say this. This is the norm for me. Nobody's getting their date paid for. Now, if we have a great date and you go over beyond, and I rock with you, we connect, and we actually had fun, I'll pay for your date. That's a courtesy. It's not you're entitled to. It is a courtesy. And people are out here really rocking these streets, thinking that every person should pay for me regardless, whether you're my guy or a girl. What world do you live in? That is crazy.
Agree with you. It's the simple fact: are you deserving?
Exactly, deserving. Yeah, people wake up in their bed and jump on Oprah Winfrey's internet thinking they're deserving of everything. It's like, nah, that's not life. That's not life. I think a lot of people some people are gonna agree with me not. I think a lot of people are so delusional, man.
Oh yeah,
so delusional. Delusional. And they live in these weird worlds and these bubbles. I'm just like, nah, I'm over it. So that's
paying on the first one, man. Come on,
no,
I'm gonna
same
do
here.
it. Even if you're Kim, actually, no, I don't rate Kim Kardashian.
Okay,
Look, even if you're up there, you're the Queen of Sheba, you're amazing. I still wouldn't do it. Why should I? If we're vibing, we're having a good time. We as adults, we should be responsible for ourselves. I'm not putting that expectation onto someone. Why should I?
Yeah. I mean, I could see if like some guy or girl invites somebody out to like the stupid expensive restaurant, right? There's two things you can do. Either the guy or girl, whoever invites out, because there are girls that will invite you out to dates. If you take someone stupid expensive, yes, you probably should pay. Or the other person should probably go, hey, by the way, that's really spendy. Maybe we should go somewhere more affordable or somewhere else. And that comes down to communication. Communication. Because if you go on a date, right? And I get it. Some people move quick, especially on Tinder. Some people move quick. You go on a date, you barely talk, you're there. I think it comes down to why you're there. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be frank. If you're there just to kind of like, get it in, friends with benefits, one night stand, then there's really no aftermath. There's no like relationship you're looking for. So paying or not paying is really not even a factor there, right? Because if you're there and you're on the same page and they know what you want and you know what they want, it's not really a factor. Now, if you're looking for something more, that's where it gets really complicated, right?
It's all about rhythm and vibes. It's all about It's all about vibes. It's not about It's not about money. It's not about monetary anything. It doesn't have to do with anything money related. It just has to be. You had fun. I had fun. We as adults pay for our own thing. Great, amazing.
Yeah,
give it on.
That should be it. That should literally be it. And anybody sitting there where somebody doesn't pay for you and you get twisted up and upset, and that's a deal breaker, then I don't know. Tell you good luck.
If I invite you on the second place and I invite you to a weird place or a bougie place, right? It's my invitation, right? I'm going to pay. Fair, right? That's fair.
That's fair.
But if I say, let's go on a date rather than, I'm, you want to come with me. It's the way you say it, and like you said,
Yeah, it's like communication.
It's the way you say it. If you're saying it in a way that suggests, that it's both of you going together, great. But if you're saying you're taking her with you, it's a different thing.
Yeah. If you're just like, hey, would you like to go to this place with me? Yeah. Right. Or hey, I want to. If you say I want to take you to this place,
there you go.
The least you could do. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to the movies, or I'm going to the spot, I'm going to Voodoo Donuts or whatever, I'm going to go.
Come.
Do you want to come? You want to tag along?
Yeah.
It's all about communication. And that person goes, yeah, you know what it is.
Exactly. Not communicate. That's a hidden communication. It's like that It's like that subthermal communication, like that.
It's a subtleness. It's a subtleness. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. I got you.
It's like that sixth sense. You know what I mean? It's like that extra.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good because we communicate just by language. That's how it is.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And all that changes. Like I remember, I'm really big on polls and I'm really big on conversations on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, but yeah, I had a poll. People pay. Do people believe in paying 50-50 for everything? And there were a couple of people that hopped on there and they were like, oh, well, the deciding factor, it's not a blanket statement, especially if you're in a long lasting relationship. It's different from friends with benefits to dating, long-term dating to marriage. So there's so many different variables, but I'm a true believer, whether you're in one or the other, if the other person, I guess it says it's a deal breaker because you didn't pay for a dinner or something. I mean, you dodged a bullet, but maybe in a long-term relationship, you've been in there 5, 6, 7 years, splitting everything 50-50 is not a bad thing. I mean, because you got to look at that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that right there. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I was about to go deep, but yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I vet it. If you get upset over, me not paying your meal or, then so be it.
It's simple. It
simple.
doesn't have to be, mathematical equations. It just needs to be you and another person. 1 + 1. You're two different people, so you're equal 2. Right?
Bang. Yep.
Exactly.
And it comes right back to being vulnerable, because a lot of people get upset over them not paying because they think they're being taken for a ride or they think they're being used. So they're just like, nah, I'm not going to lose any. It's this weird tug of war. And any date, a date should never be a tug of war of power or who's got the upper hand, unless you want it like that, unless you got some, that kind of fetish, but it's a whole other story. But yeah, I think a date should be very organic. It should just flow. Right? And whatever happens. And if you're enjoying each other's company, enjoy each other's company. If you're not, that's a whole nother different matter. If that makes sense.
It is like, look, it all comes back to, it links so well together. Communication, dating. Mm-hmm. What's another norm? What else we got? What's another norm that we don't like about dating?
Norm about dating, man. So we've covered communication. We've covered.
There's some good norms. Like I really enjoy this one, and it's big spoon, little spoon. I've always got to be the big spoon. Sometimes I might like the little spoon, but big spoon's nice. You got all that power. You got the commanding, pose.
You got that's a good. You got that the power position. Hey, yeah, there's something. I mean, they're just spooning. That's years ago for me, bro.
It's nice. That's the best part of it.
It's nice. It is nice.
A nice norm, right? We have some bad ones. We can have some good ones. It doesn't have to be bad.
I can't really think of any norms off the top of my head. Maybe we'll leave that for another episode or something like that. Relationship norms.
Yeah, that could be.
I think that'd be a good episode. Okay. But yeah, tie a little bow tie, and hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. I know you had one more thing you want to talk about, right?
Oh, that is for me. It's like the latest video games coming out. I am adoring gaming recently. I love my single player games, as you know, right?
Yes.
Uncharted, played the shit out of that. I can't even think. Tomb Raider, love that game. Single player, story games. Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim, all those, so fun. God of War, I love that game. It was so fun. Have you played God of War?
I have, yeah. I played God of War, the new one.
When that came out, I was very, kind of pessimistic. I didn't think it would be what it was. When I launched that game, I bought the game on release. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll just throw myself into it. Let's see how it is. I had my expectations low. I jumped in, and I care about this stupid boy. Like, why do I give a shit about this boy?
Stupid little son.
I was angry. I went through all the emotions with him. I was angry at him. I was upset at him. I was sorry for him. I was happy for him. I went through all my emotions. I went through the whole spectrum. I was like, I was pissed off, and I wanted to beat his ass.
That's being a dad. That's being a dad right
That's
there.
being a dad. But then you gotta go a bit deeper. It's like, what does he want? You start to love this kid. You're like, damn, he's a good kid. I want to protect him, and it's fun. It is an amazing story with an amazing gameplay as well. Great. It's coming out again. The sequel, right? At the end of God of War, we saw the tease, which was for Thor. Like, Kratos and his son, Atreus, they are going to fight Thor. So that's a huge deal, right? Thor, the God of Thunder, mad. And we learned in God of War as well is that Kratos' son Atreus, his real name, given by his mother, the giant, is Loki. And Loki, from mythology, we know Loki is Thor's little brother or adopted brother. I don't know how it is in real thing, but the trailer just dropped, and I would recommend 100% watching it because it gave me literal chills. We saw at the end of the trailer, we saw Fenrir, which is the wolf, the huge wolf. Have you seen Fenrir? You know what Fenrir is?
Fenrir is that wolf. It's a black wolf, right?
Yeah, it's a huge wolf. We see that at the end. We see that, and it's amazing. And I'm hyped for this game, man. I can't tell you how much hype I am. It's only like a couple months till November.
Okay, so it's not a DLC. It's a full blown new game, right?
Full new game coming out in November, and I can't bloody wait because the first one was amazing.
What's the name of it?
It's a God of War Ragnarok. So as we know,
I've seen
Ragnarok
that.
is about what's it called? The end of what's the mythology thingy place called? God damn it, Thor's home. Whatever. Thor's home gets destroyed in Ragnarok. Right? I forget the name. God, I'm so bad at this.
No, you're good.
It gets destroyed, and that is what it's based off, I guess, because it's called Ragnarok. So I'm guessing Kratos is gonna go up there and just show him who's boss. And I can't wait because you know how God of War is, the huge the moments, the big boss fights, like amazing gameplay. I can't wait for that. That is on my list. That is something I'm extremely looking forward to. There's one more as well, a little bit unrelated as well. It's a Marvel game, and I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Midnight Suns. You heard about it?
Midnight Suns. I haven't, but I'm gonna look it up right now.
Suns. Have you ever played XCOM?
I have not, but I've seen it. It's not really my cup of tea.
My cup of tea, and I love it. And Midnight Suns is basically like a little. It's not real time. It's a turn-based strategy game.
Turn-based,
and it's amazing. I love it. And they're making this game in that style, and I can only imagine because I used to play I don't know, like Marvel games back in the day.
Yeah,
they used to have like the 4-player top-down version, isometric version, and I used to enjoy those games. And now they're making a turn-based game, and it looks so good. It's got amazing. It's got like Spider-Man, Doctor Who, like Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Doctor Who. They got like amazing characters in it. It's great.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, turn-based. I don't know. They've never been my cup of tea.
You need to try it out, buddy.
I've never tried XCOM for that fact. I have never played the Final Fantasies for that fact, but maybe I might like them. Who knows?
Final Fantasies are not they're not turn-based anymore, or at least to my knowledge.
Yeah, the older school ones.
Oh yeah. Back in I think was it 13 was turn-based from what I remember.
Yeah, I know there was a Final Fantasy with what is his name? He has black hair. I played it on PlayStation. That is a hack and slash.
Yeah, the 15 is probably what that one was, or 14. I don't know. Final Fantasy.
I don't know.
So many.
Yeah. There's so many of them.
Yeah,
but yeah.
They changed. I think I'm pretty sure they changed now. So, but God of War though, that is gonna be amazing, and Midnight Suns turn-based is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for those 2 games, man.
That's dope. I'll keep my eye on that one.
End of this month is gonna look crazy. If you're into Nintendo, then Mario versus Rabbids is coming out, so that's gonna be a little cheeky one.
Mario vs. who?
Rabbids. It's a fun party game, is what I call it. Gotham Knights is coming out in October as well. If you did you enjoy
Yep. Gotham
the
Knights
Arkham
looks really
Asylum?
good.
Yeah, that looks really good. I am looking forward to that one as well. I'm definitely gonna play that. Overwatch 2 is also in that same month of October. I've already got the beta for Overwatch 2, and it's good. It's basically Overwatch 1.
It's basically Overwatch 1. Yep.
Yeah, but it's slight upgrade, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Something to play.
I'm actually, as you speak, I'm actually watching the God of War Ragnarok trailer. Ooh, this looks good.
When I tell you, it made me like have goosebumps for real. It did, and not even the first time watching it, the second time watching it as well.
The God of War, the combat in God of War is so cinematically, it's beautiful, visually, audibly, and I mean, I think the thing that gets a lot of people's juices going, and I think Doom does the same thing. The soundtracks are amazing, and just the impact of every punch and attack, it shakes the screen, and that's so dope.
It is.
There's like, I don't know how that. I would say that is a skill some developers can't do, just to convey the impact of attacks, and God of War does it so well. This looks dope.
An extra reason why it felt more personal, like I felt attached to like these characters, is because I was right there. Like the camera, like, and it's crazy how they did this, but aside from you dying in the game, the camera never cuts. It never cuts. There is no cutscene. Every single cutscene
it goes right in. It's fluid.
Seamless. Yeah, it's seamless.
Yep, that's why I like it.
It continues. It does not stop. Like you can check this out. You can literally play the whole game, and you can be running, and it transitions into a cutscene. Like, with your armor, with your everything. It doesn't change your clothes. It keeps your same armor. It's amazing. I love that in video games. It's so good.
And the world building, like I'm looking at right now, the world building is phenomenal.
It is amazing, yeah. The only thing I didn't like about God of War is that the enemies were kind of rinsed and repeated.
Yeah, they had no very repetitive.
Yeah, they didn't have like crazy variations, but you can't argue with that amazing story.
The story was phenomenal. There was a fight. What was that? Who was that? That god he was fighting in the forest, and they were just going in on each other.
Oh, the younger brothers. I forgot the names. The younger brothers of Thor.
What is his name? Now I want to look this up. He was fighting. Boss. Was it Balder?
I'm not sure 100%.
Kratos, Atreus.
It's Magni. That's the name. Magni and god damn it, the names are confusing me.
What is Balder?
Modi. Oh, Balder was a good one as well.
Balder, yeah, Balder. They were just going in on each other. Balder was a good fight.
Balder was a really fun fight,
bro. Yeah, when they were just like just going ham on each other. Oh man, I will say that, dude. Yeah, God of War. Thank you for bringing that back up. Yeah, so 100%. I'm looking for that one. Put that on my list.
The very first cutscene they have with when they stand at the door, he knocks on the door. He's like, "I know you've been here," and he punches him in the face. He replies by like beating him down. That's the fight scene. Yep. Yeah, and then Balder is like, "Yo, I'm not actually weak, dude," and he just punches him in the air. It's nuts. That moment was amazing. I did not expect it. I was like, "This dude weak. This dude weak as heck." I thought he was gonna snap him in two. I didn't even think he was an important character.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, yeah. I was like, who's this random dude knocking on? Does he know whose household he's knocking on? And
Yeah, exactly.
bro, Kratos is this big, just looming dude. And Baldur, I think that's his name. This is the stranger boss fight. Dude, yeah, he went in.
He was a very good
oh man,
enemy. He's a very good villain, I'd say.
dude, he was he was knocking Kratos all over the place.
Yeah. I can't wait. Like, the best thing about video games is having good villains. Just as much as it means to have a good hero, you need to have a good villain. You don't just want a villain where you're just like, oh, one and done. You kill him, he's done.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
We move.
You want to have
yeah.
a meaningful fight where you actually lose, where you actually win, and things change and stuff like that.
Yeah, you feel that tug of war, and I think they did that very well in this fight. I'm actually watching it as we talk.
Yeah,
I mean, Kratos gets pummeled, and then they just, I mean, it's like a tug of war. Dude's
and
like,
you can tell
harpoons him with a whole tree and drives him through a mountain. And the dude's like, I was not into a boss.
Not into a boss.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm definitely good. Why don't they drop a God of War movie?
Oh, I think they are working on a series, maybe. And I suspect if it blows up, then it'll be a movie. But I think like if they make an Uncharted movie, I'm pretty sure they can make a God of War movie. Like with not the old God of War material, they use the newer God of War material. I think they'll be really good. Like the old one was a bit crazy. Like he was in Greece, he was like destroying all the gods and stuff. Like,
he was going in on the gods.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
Yeah, I think if they did it right, I think God of War could be amazing. I would not want it made with US actors. I would want it made overseas.
Oh, you mean like have like? No, I would want US actors, but like some, right? Like, the head of, I don't know if you remember, what's that guy's name?
I know you're talking about. Yeah, he had him in the bag.
Yeah, he had him in the bag basically, and carrying him around and just hearing his voice throughout the game, like where he would just like say random bits of information and like random facts. It was so good. I really enjoyed having. His name was Mimir. It was so good just having him like around basically.
You know who would be an amazing actor to play Kratos, or even a god in that movie or that series? The gentleman who played the Northman.
The Northman?
I think his name's Alexander. Hold on. Yeah. Alexander Skarsgård. Dude is a beast.
I kind of want Kratos to be black.
Kratos to be black, really?
Yeah, but like, cause the lore, I know, but he is white actually. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't follow that.
Yeah, it doesn't follow the law. I thought it was. Why do I think he was black?
Well, I think his voice. His voice.
Yeah, Christopher Judge plays him in God of War the game.
Yep, that was it.
Black.
His voice conveys that. Yeah, I get where you're going with that. Yeah.
I mean, probably. If you balled him up and chuck Alexander in there, put a bit of ash on him, and maybe you could pull it off.
Yeah. I think those, like, so if they ever had a God of War series or movie, I would want to see Alexander. And then there's another really dope actor. He plays in Vikings. His name is Gustav Skarsgård. Gustav Skarsgård. He plays Loki in Vikings.
He plays Loki in it? Oh, Loki.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, wait, have you never seen Vikings?
I have not.
Bro, you need to watch that. If you love God of War, you will love. Bro, Vikings is one of the best. Oh man, I'll send you a link. You got to watch it, bro. You'll be hooked.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
But yeah, that's why I said I would love to see it made not necessarily like overseas, but with a lot of like foreign actors, like people that would fit the roles. Not just like I could see them being like, let's throw The Rock in there as Kratos. Like what? Like don't do this. Or Batista. Like bro, no, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't.
Body shape Rock works, but
I
just don't see. I just don't hear or see the Rock voice.
His caliber of acting would not match. Yes,
no,
bro. I don't care what anybody says. The Rock plays The Rock, just like Vin Diesel plays Vin Diesel. I
The Rock plays The Rock. Yeah.
no, bro, no. This
No,
man.
but what I'm saying is the body shape. It would probably work
yeah.
out for The Rock. But I
mean,
wouldn't agree with the acting
yeah.
or voice or anything.
I mean, but for Kratos, you don't need some dude who's just gigantic like a mountain. Just somebody who's like fit enough, tall.
You need
fit.
someone at
I mean,
least 6'5".
Yeah,
Or
6'5" to
6'3".
tower, and just be like fit. You don't need this. You don't need The Rock in every single role that describes somebody big or Batista. But
Yeah.
nah, man,
It's tough boots to fill. I just realized like that character is like very unique, and to fill his boots is gonna be tough. You know, you gotta have like that commanding voice, the boy. You know, you gotta have that commanding voice.
Yeah.
You gotta have all the features that he has, like the tall, the built. You know, it's very difficult.
Oh, bro, this is big shoes to fill, 100%.
Big shoes to fill.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
Fill in someone. I don't know who I'd pick, to be honest. I would not.
I was about to say that. I don't know one actor. The only actor I could literally say I would like to play Kratos was Alexander. That's it. Other than that, I really don't know. There's so many amazing actors around the world. It's hard to pick, but off the top of my head, I don't know anybody in the American film industry that I would pick. Nobody.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, yeah, I mean, in terms of aesthetics, I can see The Rock, but in terms of like actual substance, I do not see The Rock at all. Maybe Jason Momoa.
No.
Kind
okay,
of. But not really.
okay. I see. That's a possibility.
Yeah. I'll see Jason.
Jason Momoa is a prime example of someone who's big. He's fit. Ladies love him, and he can act.
Yeah.
And he can act. I mean, that man can act. He's amazing. Like, have you seen C on Apple TV?
No, but I did watch Aquaman.
No. If you want to see someone act, watch C. There's another actor named Alex Hoag Anderson. He's in the part of the Viking cast. I think it's Swedish. Dude, there's so many. I'm going to send you a link to that show. There's so many amazing actors in that show. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about Jason Statham?
Why would
Aside
you do
from
this?
him being like 5'7",
why would you do this?
he meets the requirements of being bald and having a grizzly voice.
Yeah, he has a grizzly voice, man. But no, when I think of Jason's boy,
come over here, mate.
Let's get the
silly little bun.
Yeah, get in the Audi. Yeah,
Get in the Audi, mate.
Get in the Audi, mate. No, man. Jason Staten's another amazing actor. But no, I cannot see him playing Kratos. Nah, no, I will not see that happen.
It's tough, man. It's tough. There's literally no one who could do it.
Yeah, I mean, people listening right now, whether you're listening or whether you're watching, do post down in the comments or even hit us up on Twitter. Let us know, who do you think would be an amazing actor who would fill the shoes of Kratos?
You know, Chris Hemsworth could do it, but I think he's already established himself as Thor. I don't know if it would work.
Oh man, I think the only reason we think he could do that is because he plays Thor.
Yeah,
I think that's the only reason we think he could do that.
Yeah, but I don't know if he'll pull off the bald look.
No, he couldn't. I don't think so. Christopher is amazing. Dude's big, but nah, I don't picture him playing.
What about
Kratos.
the actual dude who voices Kratos? Christopher Judge. He's big.
Dude's massive.
Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. Like, it's hard. He's got the voice.
Yeah.
He literally is him.
He is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Judge. Dude has a long, illustrious career. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the voice is him. I see what you're saying. The voice is him. Who knows? They could maybe pull that off. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. If he,
I guess
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess
the gym and freaking builds himself up to the way he was in, like, what's that movie called? He's already pretty ripped already, man.
Dude is already big, bro.
Yeah,
have you seen him at the
big.
panels? He's big.
Yeah. This man's already. I don't even need to tell him to go to the gym. This guy's already ripped.
Oh,
I need to go to the gym.
I see some people. I'm on Google right now. I see some people putting some parallels to Kratos. Who's that? There's a guy in Prison Break. What is his name?
Perel? Or Purcell, sorry? Dominic?
Yeah, Purcell. Dominic. People are saying he should play Kratos.
Nah, I don't like him. I don't think he's a good actor.
Yeah,
in my opinion, for that role.
I'm right there with you. Now there are people that do look similar to Kratos. Yes, the body type, the stature.
Batista. I know you're gonna say Batista. Hell no.
But the acting, nah, bro. I'm good.
I think Batista's acting is better than The Rock's acting.
You really think Batista's acting better? Okay, yeah, I agree.
It's better than The Rock.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think he's better than The Rock. He plays a more comical character.
I think The Rock has it so easy. He just walks in and like, all right, here's the role, here's the script, here's the character. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Like literally, just be yourself. Just be The Rock. And people are like, there's no role The Rock has played where I've been like, wow, he basically flipped the script and he's a whole other person.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's just him. He's funny. He's intriguing. He is an entertaining actor. But I've never seen anything that I've been like, wow, jaw dropped. That was amazing.
One more guy who I'd say could play him is Tom Hardy.
Oh no, I agree. Okay, yep, you got me there. Yep, Tom Hardy.
He played he played Venom, but more importantly, he played what's the guy's name? I forgot it now. In The Dark Knight Rises, he plays the villain.
Bane.
He plays Bane. And he played him quite well. I reckon he can do the ball look again, dude. I'll put him top. I'll put him top of my list.
I'd put him number one. That's actually it, dude. Yeah. Yes, that's a good one. He plays in another show called Taboo.
Oh yeah.
And if you have not seen Taboo, dude is a beast. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think he could. I mean, Tom Hardy, a lot of his characters, he embraces like
100%.
There's very few actors that can embrace that rage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like rage. Like
I enjoyed all of his films I've ever watched.
Bro, yes. There's another actor. What is his name? He plays in Punisher. He's Punisher.
Oh, Bernthal. What's his? I forgot his first name, but something Bernthal.
Yeah, he is. Let me see. Punisher.
Joseph? Is his name Joseph? I don't know.
Joseph. Let me see what his name is. Yeah, John Berthal.
Yeah, that's the one.
Dude came out of Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah,
bro, and he's been
Punisher,
killing it. He's been killing it ever since.
I could see him as well, but yeah, I'd say the Venom. I'd say not Venom's. Tom Hardy is the
Tom
one.
Hardy. Yeah, I would go.
I was gonna say I enjoyed Venom quite a lot because of Tom Hardy, because he made that Venom really like watchable.
Oh, bro, Tom Hardy's an amazing actor, dude. Yeah, he deserves more screen time, 100%.
So I'd say to close, who's your most favorite actor to play the role of God of War?
God of War.
Yeah. But it's what we've been talking about. Kratos.
My number one pick, who has played or who I think should play.
Who you believe?
I think Tom Hardy, man.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I
think he's a shoo-in for it. I guarantee there's another actor out there that would be like, oh wow, that makes sense. Yeah. But I mean, Tom Hardy, he's also been bald in some of his buzz cut in some of his roles, and I mean, he fits. Dude's amazing.
Yeah, he fits. I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that has been an amazing podcast. That was amazing.
Man. Another great episode. We went down a couple rabbit holes. Next week's gonna be another great episode. I guess we can kind of roll over talking about more relationship pet peeves or norms if you want. We drop that in the next episode. This is episode 4. Episode 4, everybody.
Episode 4.
Damn, we're out here chugging along. I'm excited for the day that we go episode 200, episode 100. I'm excited. I'm excited to see
the day.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the community grow. I'm excited to see our podcast evolve. We will evolve. We'll get better, more streamlined, and it's gonna be great to have what I'm looking forward to most is the community interactions. You guys throwing us questions, asking us to talk about different topics. That's what I'm excited about the most.
Oh, look, interaction, talking to them, getting ideas. Oh, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, down in the comments, if you guys liked anything what we spoke about, whether it's pain on the first date, whether it's communication, text messaging, whether it's acting, God of War, if you agreed or disagreed or thought it was intending, definitely give us a thumbs up or whatever, whether you're viewing this on listening to Apple or YouTube. Just show some love. Give us a rating. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. And give us a follow. And man, we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. So we have a long journey ahead of us, and I'm excited to see what comes of it.
A long, dusty road ahead.